One of the coolest industries that I have ever worked in as an email marketing specialist is the banking industry. And it's the foundation for how I get my marketing operations to get results for my clients. It's the foundation for how I think of my business. And it's the foundation for how I've been able to book high ticket, high caliber clients and then make them over $31.9 million collectively in revenue throughout the past 10 years. So let's talk about it. I've worked with clients that are out in California, credit unions, banks, a few companies out there that are finance institutions. And let me tell you, the way that banks do marketing is so elite, and you need to start thinking like a bank, honestly. Like, I know you're not a bank, but if you feel like you have hit a ceiling, you feel like it's time to pivot, you feel like you got to learn something new, listen. Change your mindset and think about how a bank markets, because I'm about to tell you. Now, obviously, a bank has a couple of different products. The credit unions and banks that I wrote marketing copy for, executed their email campaigns, led the strategy, and then looked at the analytics. These companies had obviously like HELOC type of products where they did home loans, car loans, auto loans, all of those type of things, personal loans. Those were the products that we were selling essentially. And if you fill out an application at the bank, they are going to send you a plethora of emails. This is known as an abandoned email sequence. Their reminder emails are going to kick in. I absolutely love writing this type of sequence for clients. And they're going to remind you, hey, Tiffany, or hey, so-and-so, you meant to fill out this application. You get X, Y, and Z if you work with us. You get X, Y, and Z that's different than this competition over here. And they send these emails very consistently, or at least my clients out in California did, okay? They would send these emails 6 times per week over a span of about 4 to 6 weeks. Drop off, come back in, and still continue communicating. This is why I need you and want you to think like a bank. Your generations after you need you to start thinking like a bank in your marketing, because as you can tell, these banks are not treating their marketing operations like a side hustle. Granted, they have a team, they have people who can assist them, but as much as humanly possible, especially since you have AI, I think that you can develop the habit of sending daily emails, because most marketing gurus on here, most entrepreneurs, they are afraid to send emails, will not tell you to send daily emails, and will put off email marketing as if it should be a second thought. And I'm of the strong belief and very high confidence level and knowledge that you should send daily emails. Now, I want to talk about another client I did that for. It was a tax relief firm. We did daily emails for about 18 months. Not only daily emails, but we added in a website rebrand, SMS messaging, and blogs as well, because we have the full content marketing ecosystem. Guess what happened to her business when we sent twice daily emails? We would send 10 emails per week to her audience. Now, here's the background. She ran Facebook ads. She has a lot of traffic coming to her page, to her Facebook page, not mostly to her Instagram, but her funnel was generated from Facebook to her email list and go high level. Okay. And so if you are someone that has a good following, a substantial following on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, a podcast, whatever it is, or you do speaking engagements, I see that a lot of times too. And people will just write down their names at these speaking engagements that you go to. You need to be communicating with those people 2 times per day. And so next you're like, what do I say? Well, number one, you can send case studies and testimonials and social proof. I want you to understand that social proof is not always just testimonials as well. Social proof is your philosophy, the way that you think, statistics, and what's currently working in your industry. That's the social proof aspect. And then the other type of email you can send if you want to send twice daily emails is something that's like a behind the scenes, more like a newsletter, or more like what's going on in the business. This is what we encountered. This was a huge problem in our firm. And if you take this approach, your emails are guaranteed to make you more money. So while you're spending loads of time worried about the algorithm, what do I do next? Understand Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, TikTok, whatever social media platform it is rented real estate. You do not own Instagram, right? Instagram could shut down tomorrow. They could do something to your account or my account, which they have before. And that's just a whole different story. I'll talk about that another time. But you do not own these platforms. So it makes sense in 2026 to be more about ownership in your business, especially if you are at the 5 to 10 year mark in your business. Now, I want to tell you the results that finance client got. She grew her business by 808%. An 800% increase in revenue over a span of 298 days, going from doing $30,000 months, $15,000 months in slower seasons to $60,000, $90,000 months in her business using one strategy. What was the strategy? Email marketing. This should be a sign that you need to stop sleeping on email marketing. Like, I think all entrepreneurs need to stop sleeping on email marketing. When you add SMS in there, when you send live videos that you've previously done, when you provide this high level of value, then of course your people are going to buy because they trust you more than anyone else. And isn't trust the best currency you can have? Imagine if you started to become more serious with email marketing. Imagine if you entered my 6-week live consulting hybrid container that begins July 16th. It's called the Copy System, where we go over your current emails. We write 5 new emails for your welcome sequence, or you can apply it to an abandoned application sales sequence, whichever one you like to do, with 3 to 4 entrepreneur peers around you who are doing the exact same thing, rebranding their homepage, getting more into the sales focused mindset of business rather than just, I have a portfolio, I'm just here talking about my portfolio, or I had this ChatGPT copy. No, this is for the people who know they need to get serious with sales. They have a sales gap and they're ready to close that gap. If you're interested, check out the link in bio at Tiffy G Writes or visit www.tiffygwrites.ai to see my multi-million-dollar portfolio. I'll talk to you next time.